we had the talent show in school. See, I was blessed to have students from a multicultural generation in the Bronx, from all walks of races of life, to share culture with me. You see, I was always trained in dance. I danced at Ruth Dance Studio, 10 years perfect attendance, and I only danced on Saturdays. So I came into school and I said, please, let me dance. So dance for me is more than just expression, it's more than just art, it's communication. Speaking of communication, I had a fluency disorder. I grew up having to go to speech therapy. And for me, you know, suffering from stuttering was an easy obstacle because I really wanted to talk. And my parents would always tell me, the teacher says, you're always talking in class. And I said, I mean, that's the whole point of speech therapy, right? And you guys, that's a blessing to have support. And I knew I was privileged. I knew everyone was not privy to that coming from the Bronx. I recognized the injustices in dance, in institutions, and I wanted to see change. I remember attending a program called Daddy's House Charities. Diddy had a program in Harlem. I would go by and get mentored by Sister Soldier, many other great writers. So as you can see, for my life, my whole career fell on my lap. I found my purpose in music, in dance, and in my community by truly being myself. And I'll tell you guys a few things. Dancers have 4 personality types. 1, being expressive. That means an unstructured way, but they want some attention. We have amiable, and they're very artistic, selfless. Think about a dance teacher that's working for free. We also have analytical, logical, formal, fully aware of their approach. And the last one is my favorite, which is driver, which I can relate to. Drivers are truly assertive, and they want to win. See, I always wanted to win at life. Always. And for me, I never had the dancer, Juilliard, ballet type body. So I turned to hip hop. I went to high school in Harlem, truly thankful and grateful for the culture of Harlem. I was a part of the movement in which we started a movement called Lightspeed. I went to Frederick Academy. I would party, FDA, in the building. I would party and make money. I would promote and charge $5 a person. That's the hustle. That's entrepreneurship. Like I said, I've always known I wasn't meant to what? Work for anyone. During high school, I danced, and I had an amazing teacher, you guys. Mr. Saab. Mr. Saab, he had a ballet stick. This ballet stick was a metronome for me. But for others, if you was on the other end of that stick, I would cover my eyes. See, I was always pushed. And not knowing that I was also a pusher because of injustices. In my heart, I've always known that dance was a way to change the perception, and I've always known the power of media. While I was at Daddy's House Charities program, I was able to have my first press mention in the New York Times. I was only 12 years old. And my father, as you guys probably heard, he was the person that came up to me and my sister and said, come on, you gotta speak to the New York Times. The reporter's right and I was wearing a Don't Stop Diddy t-shirt. And I was told that most dancers aren't great runners. But Diddy chose to run. How interesting. Because he's most likely a driver. A dance psychologist, Peter Levant, also said, dance can be a self-esteem builder as long as one has a high tolerance for not getting it right. I even had a rap battle outside of school. Started my own singing group in school. Cheerleading team, I started that in school. I was that chick, meaning not that, I was, I really enjoyed sharing my life with people. And from there, I finally learned the power of my voice, the power of media, perception. I wanted to change that. And with me knowing how important dance was for me in my life, in my community, I was able to show the world. I was doing splits, cartwheels. That was liberating. So today, of course, I'm a dancer. I want to bring out one of my amazing, amazing, amazing students. I met him while I was doing PR. He came out to my artist music videos and showed out. Truly love him. I would love for you guys to clap it up for Xavier and DJ computer music. Xavier Sanchez.
Remote hit. I woke up feeling good like got a few bad in my wood like she gotta be a 10 if she look right. If your man broke, tell her bum good night. Walk in the room and they stare. Spending money, I don't care. King of this shit, where's my chair? Left my worries in the lid. Go, y'all print right around the waistline. Rolex diamonds jumping out the face like. Come girl, what you taste like? See the pockets puffy and I'm feeling like I'm aged like. I know what I'm doing. They don't know what they doing. When it comes to flexing, I'm in my ring. Nah, 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 nah. I don't care about the haters. Nah, 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 nah. While we waiting, oh, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, listen.
He's most likely a driver, like me. Definitely a driver. So the record that you guys just heard was from one of my artists, named Raja, an urban Desi artist, meaning the sounds were a mixture of Bollywood, pop, and R&B sounds. But as you guys can hear, anybody that are dancers or into hip hop, the sound was a mixture of the Bollywood, but also a style that us New Yorkers know of, which is the light beat. And that beat was produced by Remote Hitmaker, who is one of the greats in that space. So I just wanted to highlight that so you guys know that it's deeper than just us just dancing on here. These people really put in the work, and I'm here to publicize that. So one day, January 11th, 2020, I got a call that my artist passed away. I was truly devastated. I was up for 48 hours. My phone didn't stop ringing. So many videos, texts, everything was coming through. Of course, the family and I did an amazing tribute. And made sure that his legacy was going on. So in that process, I mean, with a show of hands, has anybody went through a detox due to the pandemic? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, definitely, that was me. I call it a detox. I had a moment, I had to reset. I had to reset my business, the way I approached everything. And I will tell you guys this much. After losing a client, I would never know in my life, like, I would be the person to have to also publicize that. Hurt, you guys. But we are strong, we persevere. And I will tell you one thing that Raja told me. Raja told me what they want you to be, but into who you're meant to be. That really stuck with me because Raja was a ball of light, energy. He didn't care what people say, and he was all about mental health awareness, and this is the month for Mental Health Awareness Month in May. So I wanted to make sure that I absolutely paid homage to him and his family because of mental health awareness. And I wasn't just a manager and a publicist, I actually traveled with him to therapy. So this was absolutely a devastating time, but I will tell you guys one thing. Outside of like marrying all of my skills together and bringing people together, I'm also a teacher. I was always someone that if I see something happening, I wouldn't just let it happen. Okay, I totally do not like when people do that. I have a heart, which means my life path number is 11. If anyone that doesn't know what your life path number is, I suggest that you go find out. My life path number is 11, which means that I'm intuitive and I see a change in the world. This is so tough for me, you guys. I haven't spoken about the artist in so long, so please excuse me. In the process, I persevered. I had a great opportunity. I had a phone call through Zoom, of course, during the pandemic. And this one lady said to me, so I guess you represent clients that aren't meant to be famous. So, again, that wasn't the first time I heard anything, like that. I probably was rushed with my speech, because I was stuttering, or I was too fat for them to love my pliés. I don't know, right? But hey, I've heard it all before. We're gonna let that. We're gonna take it. I took it. And for me, in my response to her now, looking back, my response to her was, at least I was brave enough to live out my mission. In conclusion, I read an amazing book called TEDxBronx. This is where I was able to apply everything that I've ever known in my whole entire life all together, in which I was working at a 10x level. During the pandemic, I lost 20 pounds. And I wanted to make sure that I understood that I can't be overworked again. Because although I did such amazing things, such as working for Diddy after being a part of his program, which was an aha moment, right? Also, now having Rough Riders, a legendary, as a client for the reunion tour. That was an amazing time to see hip-hop in that space and to be a part of that when I'm from the Bronx, the birthplace of hip-hop. In life, I've always known I wasn't meant to work for anyone. Do you guys want to win that life? Well, I know that I do too. So join me as we live life and do not forget, it is not about fame. And it never was about fame for me. Never, ever. It was always about a person coming together with another person to share the same common interest. My voice is your voice if you allow me to share whatever it is that you need me to share. See, Maya Angelou stated in her book, The Heart of a Woman, I had to trust in life, to know that life, love the person who dared to live it. Thank you, that was my TED Talk.